Hey y'all, I'm Allie. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. So the holidays are upon us, and we are doing a series right now of homemade gifts. And we're trying to do them for $10 or less per gift. This one, who doesn't like a little cocktail at the holidays? I'm just saying. This one is going to be kind of fun because you can do it a couple different ways, a couple different alcohols, kind of all the same result, but it's a great mix-in. We're going to be doing a gift basket that includes sparkling cider that everybody loves in the bottle. But today we are making a dupe. We're going to call it cinnamon whiskey, but it's basically a dupe for Fireball. You know, like the little bottles of cinnamon flavored liqueur that you get. This is going to be that. So what I like about this is you can make it a couple different ways. You can make it with sugar. You can make it with coconut sugar. You could use different sugar substitutes. You just need an alcohol for sure. And the other thing is, do you guys remember that we made cinnamon extract a couple months ago on the channel as one of our gifts? Well, we're going to be putting some of that cinnamon extract to work. So we made this on our channel. When it went in, it was straight vodka. Do you see the beautiful color that it has become now? The cinnamon has fully infused in here, and it is like a potent cinnamon vodka at this point. So I'm going to show you how to make a vodka version using a cinnamon extract that you might already have. You can use this with vanilla as well. Think spices that you might want to use. And I'm going to be showing you guys with whiskey. I picked up this Old Thompson brand. It is an American whiskey. This was $4.19. It's 375 milliliters. It's 80 proof. It does not matter what it tastes like because you're literally going to be covering it up, and it's just going to get that nice heat of the whiskey is what we're ending up with. So I was ready to get started. If you make this ahead of time, it's a little bit easier, but you don't have to, and I'm going to show you how to do both versions. So the first version, or the first thing you need to do, I've got some just half-pint canning jars. These are just easy to get. They seal really well, and so I don't mind gifting them. Tie a little bow on them. They fit perfectly in a basket. So into each one of those, I'm not sure how many this is going to make because usually I do a big jar of it and just put it in one big jar. So I'm not sure how much we're going to get per. So I made a simple syrup. It is just literally, it's half and half water and sugar. I went ahead and I cooked it together, and then I let it cool down because you don't want, so alcohol, if you boil it, you will lose the goodness of alcohol. We are not going to boil this. So if you want to do the version that just sits on your shelf, it infuses and it takes a couple weeks. You need 1/3 of a cup of our simple syrup going into your jar. Step one. I'll have all of these versions. I'm going to try to write them up below, but you know, sometimes I forget. So these are 2.75-inch cinnamon sticks. We get them from Azure Standard. I like them because they fit in these jars. I have these ones too from Costco or Sam's Club, but they don't fit in my jar. So I get these ones from Azure because I know they work for this recipe. So into the jar, I'm going to put 5 or 6 of these little pieces. 1, 2, 3, there's 5. And then I'm going to take my whiskey and top it off. That's it. So that's going to infuse and become a beautiful cinnamon whiskey. How simple was that? You just made a homemade Fireball. Now, if you want a spicy version, you know, like a little more heat to it, here's your jam. 1/3 of a cup of our simple syrup going in there. That wasn't quite 1/3. Let me add a little tiny bit more. 1/3 cup of that. 5 to 6 of your cinnamon sticks again. I'm doing 5 because I'm trying to make enough of this. And then if you want spice, you can either use whole peppers, which I had some in the pantry. I should have pulled those. I don't know what I have in there, or bowl, I don't remember. Or you can use red pepper flakes. We're going to use red pepper flakes because I know everybody has this in their repertoire. I'm going to put a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. This is going to cause it to be heat, like spicy cinnamon, like burn the throat heat versus just a nice calm cinnamon. And then we're just going to top it off again with our whiskey. I should apologize now because every time I do a recipe, with alcohol in it. People in other countries are always like, did you just say you spent $4.19 on that bottle? That would be $20 here. I know. I don't know why these lushy Americans can get our alcohol for so cheap, and I apologize. But that's our next one. So this is going to be a spicier version of the same thing. This is going to be a little more mellow. There you go. The third one that I'm going to do, I'm going to do another without pepper. And then my final one is going to be using our cinnamon extract that we made. I think I should have enough. We'll see. I might be able to get 5 of these. So again, a third cup going in here. And 5 cinnamon sticks. Do you see a trend here with the cinnamon sticks? I'm going to do a more plain version and just do it like that. Top that off. And then I'm going to show you how, if you need to speed it along, let me see, how much of this do I have left? We're going to make this work. We're going to make 4 because I can. So if you don't include a Martinelli's, you've got cinnamon sticks, simple syrup. That's really cheap, right? So if you're in the US, again, I'm sorry, these are less than $1 per jar in alcohol and in cinnamon sticks. You're probably like $1.50 a jar. Nah, not too shabby, right? I already did my cinnamon sticks in that one. So that one, I'm just going to let that one roll like that. And then my last one, I'll do another batch with the red pepper flakes and cinnamon, the spicy version. This one I'm going to do a little more of this because I didn't quite have enough alcohol. Or maybe this will be my home tester batch. I don't know. All right. I may steal from another jar to make them a little more even. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know yet. So we have our 4 little jars here. Let me run and get another jar because I want to show you how we're going to make it using the extract. This is vodka instead of whiskey. If you look up Fireball, it's actually made with whiskey, which is why I went whiskey on those ones. I tend to like whiskey in mixed drinks more than I like vodka, but that is a total personal choice. To me, it has like a woodsy, smoky, I don't even know how to describe it. To me, it's a little more mellow than vodka. But let me go get another jar and I'll show you the vodka version because this is impressive. This is ready to go. Let me get a jar. Okay, I got my jar. I'm back. So this one already has cinnamon in it, but I am going to add a couple cinnamon sticks because I think it looks pretty and it looks homemade more so if you do it that way. So I am going to put those in there. 1/4 a cup of our simple syrup again. Same thing. Going in. I love this because it's like very creative. The holidays, people like this. You'll see. So this is the cinnamon extract that we made with vodka. This is, if you made a batch of this with us a while ago, it's ready to go. You won't even have to wait. This will be ready tonight. You can just enjoy your little cocktail. So I'm just going to use that to top that off. Look at that beautiful color. It's unbelievable, right? But it still leaves me with enough for my holiday baking, and you can top that off with more vodka if you want. So this one is actually done. That's what it will look like when you gift it. You can see the cinnamon sticks kind of floating around in it. How pretty, right? So, and you could add pepper flakes to this. It just won't infuse quickly. It'll take a few weeks if you want to go that route. So, how many times can she say so, y'all? These are our 4 jars. Like I said, it ended up being about $1.50 a jar to make our homemade Fireball. But if you don't have 2 weeks and you need it done like tonight for company or for a white elephant gift or for your coworkers, you're going to put it in your crock pot. So I'm going to spin you around and show you how we do that. Will you hit the stop button for me?
Oh, yeah, I can stop. She always thinks it's really weird when I come in and stare at her doing the
And then I try to pretend he's not there. Okay, so now that we have our base ready to go, if you're in a hurry, this is how you would infuse it a whole lot faster. I have my crock pot. I have filled it with water, and I have it on high, and you're going to keep it hot enough that it is going to warm this up but not boil it. So I'm just going to set my jars straight into my crock pot. My water is already getting hot. Watch it, because it just I don't know if you can see it, it just covered the tops of all of my jars. You're going to watch it. If it starts to bubble a little too much, turn it on low. You want it just to be warm to infuse them, but not boil. So keep an eye on it. You want to do this for like 4 or 5 hours. Just let it kind of just do its thing in the corner. If you, I wouldn't do it overnight. That's too long. But the other thing is, if you don't want to do the crock pot method, if you're not in a hurry, just go ahead and take those jars, stick them somewhere for 2 weeks, and then you're ready to go. So how are we going to gift this? Well, these I'll let go for like 4 or 5 hours. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to get the other one set up so that you have the perfect little gift. Hold up. Okay, so how are we going to gift this? Or to whom would you want to gift this? So again, I got this. I took the price tag off, so that's good. I got this at a thrift store. I think it was 50 cents. I'm telling you, these are kinds of things that like you go, what do I use this for? Well, you're going to use it for this. So I got this for 50 cents. What's it called? Dollar General had these cute napkins with nutcrackers. It came with 4 of them. I think it was $2 or $3. But these are the kinds of things that I think are so cute, like to prop in here, and you can build your stuff around it. And it's something they can use later, right? Like if you don't have a napkin, just use a piece of fabric or even tissue paper, right? I would build this up a little bit, but I forgot to grab tissue paper, so we're going to deal with it. I have a bottle of Martinelli's. I thought about doing our canned cider that we made, and I may do the other gift baskets with that, but not everybody has homemade canned cider. So I'm going to do just a bottle of Martinelli's. I got a couple of just stemless wine glasses from a thrift store. Another one, like they're just simple. There's not much to them. I'm just going to kind of stack those in there somehow so that it looks nice and I could still fit all my stuff. And then the last thing is our cinnamon. This is the cinnamon vodka. I labeled the top of it with our Fomimo. I can never say the name of it and you guys laugh every time. It's in our Amazon storefront so you guys can see it. It's Fomimo. It's basically a label maker that works great on jars. So I also made my other ones for the whiskeys that we have going in the crock pot. Those I just wrote homemade fireball whiskey on them. This one I wrote cinnamon vodka, serve over ice with a splash of juice. So that is just going to tuck into here as well with our juice, all of our little cups. I'll mess with this to make sure it's pretty. But and if these don't work, get something different. It's not a big deal. We got options. Remember, you've been shopping at the thrift store all year, right? Anyways, I would tie a cute little bow. That's not going to fit, y'all. I might just do that. We'll see. I'm going to try to fit it. But I don't want to break it. That'd be bad. Nope, can't just put that in there. Would it fit upside down? This is like a puzzle. Like, it's hard to figure out like what's going to fit where. But we're going to make it work. Now will this tuck? Okay, there we go. And then I'll tie like a cute bow on it, or in this case, I might just leave the napkin on there, but that would be our little gift. So these were 2 for $5 right now at Kroger. This cost me, what did I say for our whiskey things? Like $1.50. The napkins, I believe, were 75 cents. This was 50 cents, and my cups were 25 cents. So in all, what was the total? I don't know. I didn't math it, but under $10. And you're giving somebody, like, this would be a great hostess gift. Like I was saying, if you're going to somebody's house for the holidays, walk in with this. And one, you'll probably get to reap the benefits because they'll probably open this during your visit. Or 2, white elephant gift exchange, things like that. People love homemade gifts, and it intrigues them when they're like, what in the world is cinnamon vodka? Like, I want to try this stuff. So there you guys go. This is our homemade fireball recipe, but you can make a big jug of it and enjoy. It'll get you nice and warm for the winter. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate you.